What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I
What
hope
up?
every I
What
hope
up? What up?
everybody's
What
doing
up?
well. What's up with it, big bro? How you doing, man? We late.
Chilling.
We late. We late. We late, and it's all my fault. You know what I
That's
mean?
hilarious.
We late, and it's all my fucking fault.
That's all
So,
good. It's all
yeah.
good.
So, what's up with it, man? How you doing tonight?
Chilling, bro. Chilling. What's up with you, man? I hope they don't take my channel down because that was the that was the wrong intro. Like shit, that's the one that little clip right there. That's what they gave me the strike on my other channel for. What's
Yeah, that
up?
shit is dumb as fuck.
Dumb as hell, bro. What's up, Coastal Peach? What's going on? Good to see you up in here. So,
Yeah, I feel you.
Coastal Peach said, "What's the topic tonight?"
Well, we gonna fucking kind of get it in, man. We're gonna talk. I mean, lately we've been kind of talking about the same thing, so we're gonna talk about fucking some cops, some more cop bullshit. We're gonna fucking listen to a Karen bitch and whine about CRT for a second, and
Right.
we're gonna talk about a kind of another situation. So I think it's gonna be, I think y'all will be a little bit surprised, and you guys will like it. It's not gonna be as long of a show though.
Right, right. Yeah, it's not gonna be that long. Probably like about an hour, hour and a half.
Yeah, because I was late, and when shit happens, shit happens.
Shit
So
happens.
you
Shit
know,
happens all the time. I feel it. I ain't even mad at it. I know how it is, bro.
but we will be back in full force, right time. You know what I mean? Doing all the stories, doing having definitely having a for sure direction in which we're gonna go. But today we're just kind of check out the news, man.
Yeah, we're
That's
just
what
gonna
we're gonna
check out the
do.
news.
Mm.
So another thing that we probably should tell y'all is that we have a special dedicated YouTube channel for this. So we do these live on Wednesday night at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. But we also have a YouTube channel where we'll be posting content and going live from, and is
Hmm.
Reality Check Virtual Radio Blacklight Revelations podcast. So y'all can find that channel on YouTube and follow it, and y'all will not be missing out on the good content. Y'all will get everything. All right.
Right.
So what you want to start off with? You want to start off?
Um,
You want to?
Let's start with that Karen, man. Let's get that Karen business, that little Karen broad crime.
You want to start with the Karen? All right. Let's see.
Uh-huh. Let's start with her because yeah, yeah, we need to talk about this a little bit. Let's do this one.
Oh shit, man. All right, so there we go. Oh, we lost your mic, bro. There we go.
No, we good. I got what's up with it? What's up, Shatira? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. All right. So what does that say under there?
So what it says is sobbing teacher abruptly quits during heated school board meeting. I quit being a cog in a machine that tells me to push highly politicized agendas. That's what she
Okay.
said.
Well, let's listen to her full statement, and you know,
My name is Laura Morris. I have been a teacher in Loudoun County Public Schools for 5 years and a teacher for 10. In that time, I have learned so much, being on the cutting edge of educational technology and working with a diverse population of students that I have loved. This year, I have the privilege to follow my amazing fourth graders up to fifth, and I have been excited about this all summer. On the other hand, this summer I have struggled with the idea of returning to school, knowing that I'll be working yet again with a school division that, despite its shiny tech and flashy salary, promotes political ideologies that do not square with who I am as a believer in Christ. After reading about your lack of consideration for the growing population of concerned citizens in this division, clearly evidenced by this empty room tonight, where you shut the doors to the public, as well as the emails sent by the superintendent last year, reminding me that a dissenting opinion is not allowed, even to be spoken in my personal life, going so far as to send a form to my colleagues and I, encouraging us to fill it out if we hear one another speaking against the controversial policies being promoted by this school board and adopted in this county. Not only that, but within the last year, I was told in one of my so-called equity trainings that white, Christian, able-bodied females currently have the power in our schools, and that, quote, this has to change. Clearly, you've made your point. You no longer value me or many other teachers you've employed in this county. So since my contract outlines the power that you have over my employment in Loudoun County Public Schools, I thought it necessary to resign in front of you. School board, I quit. I quit your policies, I quit your trainings, and I quit being a cog in a machine that tells me to push highly politicized agendas on our most vulnerable constituents, the children. I will find employment elsewhere. I encourage all parents and staff in this county to flood the private schools.
So there it is right there.
Wait.
There.
So she's complaining about what? CRT being taught, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess she has an issue with CRT being taught. And you know what? The way that I feel, I don't agree with her reason. I think her reason is spoiled bratness and
Mhm.
failure of accountability. But I have to agree that I don't think she has any business in her rabbit mind teaching CRT. I don't think that any white person has any business teaching CRT. I think white people should teach white supremacy and not CRT.
Here's the problem. She don't deserve to fucking teach anyway because you're too stupid to understand what CRT, and what you're teaching is not going to be CRT, you ignorant piece of shit. So, good riddance to bad rubbish, in my opinion, because at the end of the day, what she was saying was, me as a white woman, and we have all the power, and I don't agree with us not having all the power, and you can't tell us that we have all the power because it's our little secret.
Well, it's funny because that she actually said that, and I can't find it. She actually said exactly that, like literally exactly that. I gotta find where she quoted it, but she said,
You're taking away my power as a white woman, but then you're forcing me to acknowledge that I have all the power.
yeah, she said something about how the schools say that there's that white females have all of the power as being
Mm-hmm.
Christians in the school system, and that's one of the problems. And it's like, so how is that affecting your job? Like,
Right, you still have a job. You're choosing to quit.
you're choosing to quit, and you're choosing to quit because you have a husband at home that probably either has a business or is independently rich. Because if he didn't have a business or if he wasn't independently rich, your ass wouldn't quit. You'd suck
No,
it up and work.
right. Yeah.
But
See, the thing is, she said it in that last video that you just showed, the very last one. I think it was the last video.
oh,
Right
did she?
before
Okay.
right before she started crying and shit. And here's the thing. Look, I don't listen. White people and white fragility is really, it's getting old at this point. You know what I mean? It's like at this point, white people just say you're racist.
Yeah, I mean, like, stop playing around. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, stop. Just stop. Just please stop. Just stop.
Just admit the truth, right? That you're just, look, white women, white men, just admit you're fucking racist. And you know you're racist. And the problem is that they don't want to admit it, because what's going on is there's more white folks right now, but that's going to change really soon here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The minority, they're going to be a part of the minority.
I
You
don't
know what I
think
mean?
I don't think that that's gonna matter too much because they are I'm not trying to be funny, but like, let's just keep it real. Like, those other minorities, they're the same
Mm-hmm.
as white people. So, like, just be like, if anything, when white people become minorities, they'll be more glorified by like Asians. They'll be more glorified by, like, your European Latinos, and like, it'll make the other minorities just have more anti-black vitriol.
Right. And that's what it is going on right here. So, you know, these crying Beckys, these crying Karens, good riddance to bad rubbish. Oh well. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, here it is. I found it. I found the quote.
all right.
She added that she was previously told so-called equity training in so-called equity trainings that white Christian able-bodied females currently have the power in our schools, and quote, this has to change. You're offended by that? Like
It's the
that
truth.
that makes you offended. Like that's what's crazy. Like if somebody said, black people dominate in athletics, like I'm not offended by that because it's
Right.
true.
Right. I'm not. Oh shit.
I mean, like it's true.
Yeah, it's not. It's okay. Black folks tend to be a little bit more coordinated. Okay, and you know what I mean.
I
Right.
mean, like
Like we don't trip because we don't fucking primarily. We don't trip because we don't be playing that much hockey anymore. You know what I mean? We just
right.
kind of give it to white folks. But we dominate all the other sports. Okay, what's wrong with saying that? Nothing's wrong with
Right.
saying that. And she's offended because you're calling out what is true.
Yeah, like I don't understand. Like I don't understand why she would be offended by that.
Because she's fragile.
Because like the thing is like you don't get to be offended when you have all of the power, when you have all of the status. You don't get to be offended by that, by somebody just saying that. Nobody's saying that like you have a low IQ at birth because you're just
Right.
dumb because your skin is white. Like nobody's saying that.
Right.
What we're saying is that there's an uneven distribution of a certain demographic who's doing all the teaching. So again, like this is that same bullshit. Like they throw out those crime statistics all the time, right?
Right.
Okay, like there's a crime problem and like we need to work on it, which we do. But like now when we say like there's a demographic problem with the schools, now you got a fucking problem with it. Like
Oh, I mean, but bro, think about this shit though. Isn't that what they've always done?
yeah.
Right? This is the thing. Like, as if they want to go off and say, black people are 6% of the fucking population and commit 50% of the murders. This is not normal. You know what I mean? It's for me. It's kind of um, it's kind of hypocrisy. Well, not kind of, but it is
It is
hypocrisy,
everything.
right? It is hypocrisy, but
Everything,
it shows like that white folks cannot take what they dish out
at all. At all.
at all. And in it look, white people, your racism is showing. There it is. All right. I
Yeah,
don't
like
want to fucking.
they talk about all of these political agendas, but if you sit down and you actually do research, everything that they're claiming is a political agenda, it's literally a critique. So what that says is that these people actually believe that they're beyond critique, which means that your racism has gone nowhere.
Right. They are, and I like the way you phrase that. They believe that they are beyond critique. That is
Yeah.
that is absolutely the right statement. Absolutely.
Think about it, bro. Like the first thing that they do is somebody doesn't agree with the way that the United States is run, even if it's another white person. The first thing that they do is they call them a Marxist. Okay, Marxism is a critique.
Mm-hmm.
They have a problem with viewing the problems that happen in sentencing disparities with a critical lens based on racial disparities. Well, that's a critique.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that they have a problem with is a critique.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly what that says is they believe that there's something that God put in or on them that makes them beyond critique. And what they
Above
try to
it.
do is they then turn around and try to say that anybody who uses those critiques, oh, you're racist, you're anti-white racist. Like there's no such thing as anti-white racism. Everybody's complicit with white supremacy except black people. Like what are you talking about?
Right.
That's why we go to jail all the time, because we're not compliant with white supremacy.
And they don't understand racism. They try to construe racism to be something completely else.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. Which is why she has no business teaching it. So I have to agree that she has no business teaching it.
And I agree that she should have fucking quit because she has no business understand. If she can't understand basic concepts of CRT, then maybe she probably shouldn't be. She's probably not smart enough to be teaching our kids anything anyway. So good on her. Way to go, Becky. Way to quit.
That's hilarious, man. That shit is crazy, man. Like I don't get it. Like I don't get it. is it really that offensive? Like, the thing is, right? Like, imagine this, right? Just simply a discussion about how crime is, how the court system deals with trials and crime based on race, right? And that's not a critique of this woman. That's a critique of the legal system. And she's crying about that as if like somebody said, you're having a bad hair day. You quit because somebody's talking about the legal system.
Right. Again, it goes back to, you know what? Your statement covered it all. White people believe that they are above reproach, they are above critique, and they are God's gift to the fucking planet. And you notice that she did bring up God too.
I was just about to say, that's why I say Christianity goes hand in hand with that.
Yeah, that's Christianity goes hand in hand with white supremacy. Absolutely.
Facts.
Absolutely. And the reason why she knows, she said, it's against my religious beliefs. Where the fuck in the Bible does it say, thou shalt not teach CRT in elementary school? Where the fuck does it say that?
It don't.
I'm like lost here. I don't know. I guess we missed that. Instead, you know what? It was actually the 11th commandments, but we just didn't, 10 just looks like a better number, apparently. So, yeah. Thou shalt not critique white people, nor teach CRT in the schools.
Man, that's crazy.
I wonder what chapter and verse and book that is.
Shit. Hell if I know.
If anybody can find that out, definitely DM me.
Yeah, please. And let us know if it's in the King James. Is it in the King James version or what? Like,
is it in the King James Bible? Wow.
Oh man, it don't make no sense, man. Like, what happens? Like, where does it come from? I don't know, man.
It is that ego, that narcissism that white folks tend to have. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So that's that story.
That's crazy. That's a funny but crazy story, man. Like that.
It really is. It really is. Let's do this story too. Let's talk about this story. Let's put it on. Let's put this one down there, right there. And I'm not gonna play. We're not gonna play the whole in this beautiful video. We're just gonna play the video of the video. Okay.
Sound like a plan.
All right. So let's get this in. Come on, man.
Hey, Mo. Guys, back up. Why you punching? Why you punching? Why you punching? Why you punching? No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Why you hit him? Why you hit him? Man, why you hit him? Man,
all right. So, I'm just gonna take this down so they don't fucking try to give us a strike. I still got the audio. You know, they can't get us on audio. But these two have been suspended. Two of these guys have been suspended. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna let Dr. Richie talk it and just give you the quick go over. But you're not gonna see Dr. Richie. So here, let's listen to him real quick.
If you continue to watch that video, the residents around this situation, they became more and more upset because of this officer punching this man in the face. You see, those officers were creating a bad situation for the other officers in that scenario. If no one punched this man in the face, you would not have seen this level of response from these other residents who said, wait a minute, you can't do that to him. Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, we've been traumatized by video after video of unarmed black.
And let me say this real quick. It was a valid point that Dr. Ritchie said this officer put these other officers in danger. Okay, valid point. Let me point that out first off. But my dude, why the fuck you have to go that route? Okay, let's stick to the point of this fucking cop punching this man in his motherfucking face a whole bunch of times for no reason when he was already fucking secure by the other police officers. Let's stay on the point, shall we?
Yeah, when you know, like when did it just be okay to have like Street Fighter 2 with suspects? Like I've seen like multiple times where there's these all out brawls between the police and suspects, and I'm like, what the fuck? They get that motherfucker under control and put cuffs on him or something. Like, what's going on? When did that be okay? Like, we just out here Mad Maxing it, like
because they're claiming that with the work, right, and how dangerous it is for these police officers, it's okay for them to use more force, right? But the fact of the matter is 90% of all police officers don't ever fucking use their gun. 90% of these police officers don't ever pull out their gun. And then something like 95% of police officers don't ever shoot anybody, right? Well, and that was back in the day, right? And we knew cops were targeting black folks back then.
right.
We have less crime now, right? There's less crime. There's less violent crime. And it's gone down for the last 20 fucking plus years. Okay. And these cops are getting more aggressive.
Yeah.
They're becoming more, they get more power. You know what I mean? To have more lateral and more leeway to literally beat people up. You know what I mean? And this is why we see police officers who shoot people, and then the internal investigation. Oh, there was nothing wrong, and then the DA is like, yeah, he didn't do nothing wrong. But then all of a sudden, what we end up having is we have police officers that are charged years later, even though, the prosecutor said, no, I'm not going to do them. That was legal. You know what I mean? And the internal affairs said, oh, it was okay. Right. But here we go. You got that other one ready to go?
Oh, which one? Stephen Q. No, I was just
Not
real
the
quick.
Stephen Q. Let's do Stephen Q, but let's do the black woman one.
Which one? The one from Atlanta?
Yeah, I think. Is it from Atlanta?
Now, because this one that I had up right here, I don't know if you heard about this one, but this dude right here, he was a cop in Detroit. Now, Detroit, that's the same place where that Stephen Q dude is from. He beat a butt naked, mentally ill woman, a mentally ill black woman at the hospital, and he ended up getting he ended up getting charged for it. But now he got a new trial, and I think he got off on the new trial.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the black woman who she tased the dude, the light bright, almost white motherfucker. That dude, that woman.
The Dr. Ritchie one in Chicago at the subway.
The Chicago with Lightfoot. Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay. Give me a minute. I'm gonna have to find that one real quick. Give me a second.
Get that one, because I want you to pay attention to certain things, because the fact of the matter is these police officers get off of these crimes and they get leave and they get suspension, right? But this black woman gets charged, and she's being charged for shooting this motherfucker and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Uh,
Now I can't find the Dr. Ritchie video, but I found it looks like a little clip of
show
it
the clip.
from a news station.
Show the clip. Then do that one.
All right, cool. Give me a second here. Hold on, real quick. And of course, we got this. You know how YouTube be on that dumb shit with those ads.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah. This is why you got to pay for premium, even though it shouldn't have to.
Right.
Turned herself into county authorities this morning. This afternoon, she was in bond court where a judge released her on $10,000 I bond with the conditions that she have no contact with the victim or witnesses in this case. A Chicago police officer now faces felony charges from a shooting at a CTA Red Line station that happened nearly a year and a half ago. The incident was captured on multiple cameras.
We're happy that the state's attorney has finally moved forward on this matter.
Today, Officer Melvina Bogard was charged with aggravated battery with a firearm and official misconduct stemming from a February 2020 shooting that critically injured Ariel Roman.
It's a shame that this happened. We hope that the city realizes that this was something that should not have occurred and take the appropriate measures in the civil case to try to resolve this situation.
That day, Chicago police said Bogard and Officer Bernard Butler were on the Red Line train when they saw Roman moving from train car to train car, which is against a city ordinance. Court documents state Roman told the officers it was because he had anxiety issues and someone in another car was bothering him. This happened at the Grand Avenue Red Line station. A witness captured the incident on cell phone video showing the struggle that ensued after officers tried to arrest Roman. Police say he resisted and they deployed their tasers before Bogard shot him twice.
For a police officer, one police officer yells, shoot him, and he's got nothing in his hands. He is not attacking an officer. He is standing there, and an officer shoots him in the gut.
Both officers involved now face possible termination pending a Chicago Police Board hearing in October. As for Roman, his attorney Gregory Koulis says even though this brings his client steps closer to justice, he still relives the pain from that day.
Every time you see something regarding a police officer and unlawful use of force or excessive force, it brings back memories. He is still living this matter.
Boo-hoo!
Bogard is expected back in court later this month. Chicago police say they do not have any comment at this time.
Listen, I don't give a fuck about their comment. And here's the thing, because the young black woman has been charged. The young black police officer has been charged. But let me point something out. This guy, he fought the police, 2 police officers, for nearly 8 fucking minutes. They deployed the baton, they deployed their taser, and this motherfucker still ran the fuck away. Okay? Then she shot him, not even fatally, and she is going to end up going to fucking prison for this. Now, again, this is not necessarily me saying she was right or wrong, but had it been a white police officer, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. It would have been justified, the justified shooting, and they would have still charged him, especially if he was black.
Facts. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, yeah. I mean, again, because there's been situations where people have shown less resistance than that. And when you say, well, look at this, and you know, the population for the most part, they're like, kill him.
Mm-hmm.
He should have died. Like,
right.
Really?
As a matter of fact,
how do y'all feel about that guy? Like,
right. As a matter of fact, you have police officers that literally say, well, if there's a black guy running, I mean, then it's open season.
Right.
Right? It's open season. And the police officer who actually said that got suspended from his job. He got fired, and then he found a job somewhere else.
Well, they all find jobs somewhere else.
He didn't go to jail. He didn't fucking nothing. Right now, this is the attitude when it's black folks who are running. The fact of the matter is, it's open season. But the problem is that dude was light, bright, and almost white. And the police officers were black. So now this is their chance to say, well, equal justice. When was the last time a white police officer was fucking charged, found guilty for actually like going over the line in Chicago? Not for actually committing a crime like, being a dirty cop, but I mean, like for shooting a black dude. Oh, wait, Laquan McDonald. What happened to him again? What happened to the police officer with Laquan McDonald?
Let me guess. I don't know, but let me guess. He got off.
He got some time, and then they let him off.
Now, all of these police officers that do this stuff, they all get promotions. The ones that beat the shit out of those people in Miami, they got promotions. This guy, Stephen Q, that we have up here on the screen, he got a promotion. This is ridiculous right here. This is absolutely
right.
This is absolutely ridiculous. This motherfucker got in trouble more for shooting a dog that he then turned around and lied about than what he did to people. So this is how society looks at you. There's 85 black people that said that this cop right here victimized them, and it doesn't matter because they weren't white saying it.
Right. So just to put it out there, the Laquan McDonald, one police officer was convicted. All the rest of them, they didn't even proceed with the charges. So that just tells you everything. I think he was convicted for a very short amount of time. I'm looking at it.
Well, they're calling it racist now that Amber Geiger ain't out of jail.
Who's doing that?
Oh man, a lot of them people, man, them political people, man. They're like, Amber Geiger needs justice. She should have her appeal.
Right, she got an appeal, and fucking they denied her appeal.
They were being harsh. The judge was angry. It's politicized. It's highly politicized.
Bro, she killed somebody going into the wrong home, nigga.
Bro, do you know she used the castle doctrine as her defense on that? Did you know that in that case?
Yeah.
She used the castle doctrine. So you mean to tell me if you walk into somebody's home, then you got the right to shoot them? Yeah. That's what the castle doctrine means?
That's not what the castle doctrine fucking means, but that's okay. That's a nice try, you old fucking weirdo.
Like it don't make sense. It doesn't make sense, bro.
I'm telling you, these white folks really
well, look at what they trained. Look at what they've created. This right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is their model minority. Okay, this guy right here.
Go ahead, play that.
For months, the 7 investigators have been digging into some of the Detroit Police Department's most troubled officers.
And tonight, our first report is on a cop who's been accused of misconduct at an alarming level. Since he joined the force, Officer Stephen Koo has repeatedly been accused of excessive force and using hostile and racist language. He's also accused of harassing people of color who say their biggest crime was being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
7 investigator Ross Jones joins us now with what he's learned.
It's a story you'll see only here on 7.
Being myself an African American, I don't put much stock into the police force anymore.
There was a time when Jay Brown dreamt of becoming a Detroit cop, but that changed the day he came face to face with one.
I started opening my door to step out of my vehicle, and that's when the cop car came blazing up on me.
In broad daylight in September of 2015, Brown was pulling up to a rental property he helped manage near Fenkel and Greenfield when he says Officer Stephen Koo pulled up to him.
He told me not to move, asked me where the drugs are. Are there drugs in my vehicle? Are there drugs in the house that I'm approaching? What am I doing here? And I said, no, sir, I do not know what's going on. I'm just here to check on some rental property.
Nearly the whole time, he said Koo's gun was trained on his chest.
Still holding a gun on you after 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and I'm asking you, pleading with you, can you please lower your weapon?
He said Koo used profanity and was demeaning, that he searched his vehicle but found no drugs or stolen weapons. And before Koo left, according to the complaint, he wrote him a ticket for not wearing a seatbelt and then said this.
He just said, he's just another stupid.
Do you have any doubt at all that he used the N-word?
I have no doubt in my mind that he used the N-word. If you feel that strongly about the color of my skin, you probably shouldn't be an officer in the city of Detroit.
Jay filed a citizen's complaint against Officer Koo, seen here on Facebook, that included allegations he used racist language and unnecessary force. Koo denied both. It was hardly the first time he'd been accused. The average uniformed officer in Detroit has received just over 8 citizen complaints, according to DPD data. Some go their entire career without receiving one. But Stephen Koo, in his 12 years on the force, has received 85. We could not find any officer who's amassed that many that quickly. And for Koo, virtually every complaint against him where race is listed is lodged by a person of color.
It's somewhat of a concerning pattern, simply because you would probably want to see a mix of different races that we're talking about.
He said, did you hear what he said? He said, well, it's somewhat of a concerning matter. Somewhat. Right? That was it. It's somewhat of a concerning.
Oh my God, bro! When they said that he had 85 complaints, and the average cop had 5. Hey, this dude Stephen Q actually starred in a movie. He was actually in a movie.
Which movie?
I think it was damn. Man, El Durango or something like that. What El Dorado? Right. I'm a stop. They let this dude get away with having 85, bro. 85 citizen complaints. The average in Detroit is a horrible precinct. The average only has 8.
The average police officer has 8 complaints. This motherfucker has 10 times that number.
And the only thing that he got reprimanded for was shooting a dog. And he lied about that.
Right. Hey, wait, let that keep on going. But I just want y'all to hear the white man said, yeah, that's somewhat of a concerning thing. Somewhat, my dude. That's just...
Look, let me, I'm going to put, you know how they supposed to have closed captions when people are speaking a different language? Right. So what everybody needs to know is that this is being televised in white supremacy. And here's the sub captions for this. Well, as long as it's not white people who are being affected by that, then, you know, it's only somewhat of a problem.
Right, because we know how much these Negroes out here are, they're just savages and animals.
I mean, quite frankly, you know, there's more of them than there are roaches, and the blocks are just full. So I mean, you know, if we happen to accidentally hit 1 or 2 here or there, or say for instance we hit 1 purposely here or there, I mean, you know, all we're really doing is just taking out the trash.
That's all.
And then the newscaster said, yeah, we're gonna have to cut that portion out. Is there any way that you can rephrase that?
Wow. Okay, let that keep on playing because I want everybody to hear more about this. And again, I want y'all to make sure you understand that this is part of that Black and Brown coalition that y'all keep on talking about so much.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That absolutely.
So keep on playing.
They rolled the window down and they asked us, do we have any guns or drugs on us?
DeAndre Reed and his brother were standing outside on the street where they live when Officer Koo and his partner pulled up.
We said no. They told us to lift up our shirts and do a complete circle so they could see our waistband. We complied.
He said Koo handcuffed him, searched him, then saw that DeAndre had an outstanding traffic warrant. It was then, according to the complaint, that Koo said this.
Thank my dumb brother that I'm going to jail.
You used that word.
Yes. He said it like that's something that he always says. He was very confident in saying it.
And Reed's neighbor was a witness.
And he was like, this is because of your brother. And I was like, whoa, man, hold on, wait a minute.
Reed was jailed and then released. After he filed a complaint against Koo with the city's Office of Chief Investigator. Reed and 3 witnesses said Koo used the N-word. The only person who didn't was Koo. The complaint was sustained, but Koo appealed, and with no reason documented, his commanding officer later dismissed the charge. Even today, DPD couldn't tell us why.
We take it very seriously, and we have disciplined members of the department strenuously when using that type of language, especially with citizens.
Not him, though.
Not in
Especially
2015,
with
apparently.
citizens.
However, I can't state.
Like, this is so much of a problem in their district.
Right.
This is so, you know, their white and other fucking group police officers have such an issue with fucking calling black folks niggers and fucking disrespecting them so fucking much that he said, well, yeah, we don't like it with us, but we really don't like it with the citizens.
Right. Right. And like the thing is like not even like pay attention to how casual, like, you know, I had a little paper cut here. Yeah, give me a little bit of alcohol and you know, a tiny little band-aid, and it'll be better tomorrow.
It's okay. and then he says, yeah, we definitely do something about this. But yet 86 times this dude's had a complaint and didn't fucking get in trouble not once until when?
But let's be honest though. What do you actually do when you have somewhat of a problem? See, when I have a half a tank of gas, I have somewhat of a problem. And if I drive past the gas station, then I'll get gas. You know what I mean? If I don't drive past the gas station, by the time I get home, I'll have about a fourth of a tank left. You know what I'm saying?
Then you have a little bit bigger of a problem.
Right. I don't have a problem that needs to be addressed until the light comes on.
Clearly. Let's keep on playing. Play the rest of this shit. This is fucking Jesus Christ. Keep on playing.
With confidence what occurred at that hearing when he appealed it.
Chris Gravlin is DPD's Director of Professional Standards. He joined the department in 2019 and said until he arrived, sustained complaints against officers were regularly dismissed without a reason documented. He says since Koo joined the force, he's been flagged at least 12 times when civilian complaints pop up and counseled by a superior.
For you to say stuff like that, you just know that your best intentions is not to protect people like me. You don't like people like me.
More alarming than the number of complaints against Koo.
Wait a minute. You knew this motherfucker had a whole bunch of complaints beforehand. You got 12 more, and you felt the need to counsel him? That's it? Just counsel, huh? Hey, Q, look, bro. I'm gonna need you to stop calling these black folks niggas out here in the streets, bro, because you're making us look bad. All right, boss.
So you mean so wait a minute. You mean it? I don't see any, and he's probably one of those ones that's just cocky with his racism. Now wait a minute. I don't see anything in the manual, page AP 4585067312, that says anything about calling Dindus niggers or niggers Dindus. So you're gonna have to get back with me with some paperwork on that.
Figure it out, buddy.
Right.
Okay, I will sick my union on you.
I was just about to say, I'll get the union. I'm making a call. I'll put in a call to my union lawyer today.
Right. Now, let's keep on and let's let everybody know what he finally got fucking suspended for, everybody. Go ahead.
Is how consistent many of them are. He has been accused repeatedly by people of color of harassing them, of using the same demeaning language, and at least 8 times of using or threatening to use excessive force.
He a gangster with a badge. I'm 38 years old. I ain't never seen no evil like that.
Corey Collins said he was leaving his grandmother's house when Koo and his partner pulled up.
They asked me, can they search me? I said, no, I haven't did nothing, you know.
According to Collins' complaint, the 2 men traded insults before Koo cuffed him and then said,
my trigger finger is itching. I dare you to move. I dare you to move.
What does that mean to you?
Blow my head off.
Collins was later released, not charged with anything. He filed a complaint against Koo, alleging he threatened his life. Koo denied making any threats. The complaint was not sustained.
I never had no police threaten my life. He threatened my life.
A finding of not sustained doesn't mean the allegation didn't happen, but there wasn't enough evidence to prove it either way. It's the most common outcome for citizen complaints, and it's the
Look. Now, apparently, in order for a police officer to actually get in any trouble, you have to bring more evidence. How about, I don't know, the last 88 fucking other complaints that are literally the same fucking thing?
Oh, man.
Right? No, not enough? Oh, okay. We need cameras? Oh, okay. I guess. Keep on going, bro. I'm sorry.
No, you all good. You all good. That's hilarious. I was I was just looking at that one for that one video. You remember when that dude that Tennessee correctional officer, when he was like, I'd have busted your head if I was your parents. You remember that?
Right, yeah. Yeah. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay.
I gotta find that. I'm gonna find that while we doing this one.
same outcome Jay Brown received when he said Koo called him the N-word and used excessive force.
They pay no attention to any of this officer's patterns of practice, despite the remarkable similarity between all of these people's complaints.
Julie Hurwitz is a civil rights attorney currently suing Koo in federal court on behalf of a Detroit man Koo and his partners arrested. She has reviewed his lengthy list of citizen complaints dating back more than a decade.
What the heck is going on here? Why is this man still a police officer?
In 2018, Koo faced his harshest punishment yet, following his role in a drug raid where a dog was shot and killed. When Internal Affairs investigated, Koo said he never fired at the dog, but ballistics later found a bullet casing from his gun. When confronted, he changed his story and told investigators he forgot.
How does an officer say with a straight face that they forgot shooting their gun?
That's the good question. How does a cop forget that he shot his gun?
See, what happened was...
What happened was...
Oh, you mean that time at the trap house?
Oh, you mean that dog? I thought you was talking about them niggers over there. My bad.
I thought you were talking about K-Dog. I was about to say, I only shot 5 black people today. And what are you trying? You trying to put a 6th one on there?
I thought you was talking about that dog. I didn't know you was talking about that dog, bro. My bad. It slipped my mind. Yeah, and that's what he actually got in trouble for.
The dog.
The dog, not the countless black folks that he fucking treated like shit, charged him with face crimes and anything else that went along with it. But the dog.
Look, and what's so funny is you said the countless. It's literally countless compared to the other officers. Like this motherfucker literally terrorized literal countless black people.
Literally. It's not even, we're not even over exaggerating anymore.
Right? Like that's appropriate terminology.
Right? So it's like, wow. Okay. All right. That's what
my God.
Okay.
Wait till y'all see the next one though. The next one, the next one gonna have y'all dying.
That's just hella funny.
What we want to be getting to at the bottom of any investigation.
Koo and other officers were deemed untruthful. The entire drug case was dismissed, and the disciplinary sergeant recommended Koo be terminated. But instead of doling out any punishment at all, his commanding officer dismissed the entire case for timeliness, saying it had dragged on for too long.
Now I'd like to make a motion to approve the promotions to the rank of sergeant.
Just 3 months later, after a recommendation to fire him,
those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried.
Stephen Koo was promoted from officer to sergeant.
Go back to that
by phone this
screenshot.
month, he declined.
Go back to that group right there.
Now I'd like to make a motion.
Stop, pause right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
What do y'all notice about that group right there?
Yeah, what do you notice about that group of police officers right there? I want y'all to pay attention to this shit.
Type it in the comments, y'all. What do y'all see? What is the common thing? And I'll give y'all a hint. What is the thing that those brothers and sisters have in common?
Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord.
Oh, man.
So the fact, you see it for yourself. Most of these individuals are black.
Yep.
These are black folks. Now, if anybody was paying attention, I did a while back a story about how black folks tend to be more violent to other black folks when it comes to arrests.
Absolutely.
Okay. And it's because they're always seeking that white approval.
Yep.
Right. And what you see going on right now is the same thing. You see what I'm saying? You see black folks trying to gain white approval by telling their white officers and their Asian officers, we got you over those pieces of shit out there.
Yep.
And these motherfuckers has sold you out. And this is the thing in Detroit. All y'all that vote, y'all vote for these motherfuckers.
Right. Y'all voting for your oppressors, and they ain't,
right.
and all the time they ain't white.
Mm-hmm. Now this doesn't happen often, but I want y'all to see what y'all putting in power.
These people literally know that this man has 85 citizen complaints against him for harassing and terrorizing people that look just like them. And did you see all those zombies just sit up there?
Yep.
What do you do?
Nothing.
Right. I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
Let's finish up that story.
And to approve the promotions to the rank of sergeant.
Just 3 months later, after a recommendation to fire him,
Those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carry.
Stephen Koo was promoted from officer to sergeant. When I reached him by phone this month, he declined comment for this report. Today, as a result of this story, DPD says they're considering reassigning him.
Based upon your questions, Interim Chief White is aware of
just reassigning him.
Just reassigning him. I just wanted to make sure that that was reiterated.
Right.
In light of this entire story, all of the severe stuff, reassignment is all that's necessary for this officer. That's that blue line. That's that blue wall for you. That's what that blue wall will do if you're a white officer. But in Chicago, that blue line ain't gonna keep you from getting charged for shooting a suspect and getting your service weapon taken and possibly doing jail time. Just so we're clear.
Right. Keep on going. Let's finish this up and get to the next one.
And taking a look at all of his options right now with Sergeant Q and how best to utilize him, given some of the things that you've raised in this report.
Those already familiar with Koo wonder why it didn't happen much sooner.
Should he be a cop today?
Absolutely not. No, he should not be a Detroit police officer.
He should not be an officer of any police department.
We did reach out to the Detroit Police Officers Association and the Lieutenants and Sergeants Association, which have both represented Sergeant Koo throughout his career. Neither returned our call. I'm Ross Jones, 7 Action News.
And this is the difference between good policemen and bad policemen. The fact of the matter is that whole police force over there is clearly corrupt. Because you shouldn't be talking about reassignment for this guy. This guy should be fired. And I want to know, to all the Asian folks who sit around talking about we're brothers and sisters and, black people need to do more to help the Asian community for anti-Asian hate. Okay, where the fuck is you guys? Where the fuck are you on this? This is one of your own Asian people being racist as all hell, fucking just terrorizing people. Where the fuck are you at? Where's that same energy? Where's that anti-black hate, that's so wrong in anti-black hate? Where's that same energy at? I'll show you where it's at. It's nowhere to be found. Crickets, motherfucker, crickets. All right, go ahead. This is another story that we have. If you can, drop that down a little bit. Yeah, there we go.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna play this, but then I'm gonna look for the rest of it. All right.
All right.
Good evening. We begin tonight with new information on a News Channel 5 investigation that made news around the country.
It involved the death of a man inside the Marshall County Jail last year. Body cam video showed officers on the man's back for several minutes, even after he begged for breath. Tonight, our investigation raises new questions about one of those officers involved. Weeks earlier, that officer was suspended for putting a 10-year-old girl in handcuffs. Investigative reporter Ben Hall dug into what happened, and we need to warn you, some of this video is disturbing.
Your tears are not going to sway me one way or the other.
Last April, Lewisburg police officer Christopher Stallings responded to a domestic assault call involving an unruly 10-year-old girl.
I'm sorry, sir.
What's
Give
the
her a
matter?
hug and a kiss. And I won't do it again.
The girl, whose face has been hidden, apologized repeatedly for hitting her mom. But Stallings wrote in his police report that he wanted to give her tough love because he had been to the apartment before.
You better be glad that these are your parents, because you come at me that way, you walking away with a busted head.
Despite the girl's apologies, body cam video from another officer shows Stallings continued to berate her as she sat on her couch.
I'd have done busted you up. I'm old school police, and I'm an old school parent. I'd have done busted you up.
It was like he was having a bad night, and he took it out on my child.
The girl's mom initially called police, but said she and her husband felt helpless as Stallings escalated the situation.
Why didn't you step in and say, stop this?
I was scared. I was scared myself.
How aggressive he was, I felt like if I said...
I just want to say,
I'm a pussy.
Yeah.
I'm a pussy. I was afraid. That big old white boy over there, he scared the fucking bejesus out of me. And I did
what you stepping in here for? You want your head bust too, boy?
Boy, I will beat your ass along with your daughter. I'm old school. This is what it is.
Oh, man.
You lucky I'm not your daddy, because I would have busted you up.
Man, just think of this woman, though, man. This woman is now with a dude that she has a kid with, that there is a videotape on the internet of him saying that he's scared to protect his family from another man.
But
how long do you think this relationship is going to last after this?
But here's the thing, though. It'll last because, they don't mind. But here's the thing. She'll justify it by saying, well, if he was talking like that to my daughter, I can only imagine what he would do to my kid. And to be honest, that move that he made of saying, you know what, I was afraid. I'm not going to lie. I was afraid. That was the best move for him. If we think about it, right? Because what is the original story? Him killing another white dude?
Right. Right.
Right?
And he still ain't in trouble for the shit.
Right. So keep on going. We just wanted to point that out. You know what I mean?
Something, he would just find a reason to put me in jail.
I won't do it again. I'm sorry.
We're back to that.
I'm sorry, no.
The family was stunned when Stallings then decided to handcuff the girl, even though he'd already worked out a plan to send her to her grandmother's for the night.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
I'll listen.
Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Dad, I'll listen.
If I have to reach and grab you, it's going to be a bad day for everybody. Stand back up.
I don't want to go to jail.
Stand up.
I don't want to go to jail. Just
Stand
tase
up.
me. Tase me, please.
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
She was just terrified. You know, she's only 10.
I'm sorry.
The girl flopped on the couch and kicked her feet as Stallings.
Bro, that girl would rather be tased than to go with that motherfucking dude. That's how bad it was. The girl said,
Right.
tase me, just tase me.
Right.
I promise I'll listen. Don't take me to
Right.
jail.
Right.
Wow, keep on going. I just wanted to point
Yeah,
that out.
no, that's insane.
Tried to cuff her.
That's assault on officer.
In the disturbing struggle, the girl calls for her dad and promises again to listen.
You kick me again, it's gonna be a bad damn day for you. You got me. I'm not your mom and daddy. I'll bust your little head.
He finally gets the cuffs on, but says this before she walks to her grandmother's car.
You want to fight like a grown woman? I will treat you like a grown woman, which means I will bust your head.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Get her shoes on her before I lose my temper.
The Lewisburg Police Department suspended Officer Stallings for 2 days, finding that
That's not. Wait a minute. You can go before I lose my. Wait a minute, bro.
Right. And who was she? And who was she? And who was he talking to? Was he talking to her dad?
He was talking to the girl herself, bro.
No, he told somebody to get her shoes on her before he lose his temper.
Oh yeah. He was probably talking to her mom and dad.
Oh yeah. See, now we got a problem because now you're coming at me aggressive, like,
bro. Okay, keep.
You know what I mean?
Lord
Like,
have mercy, bro.
you know what I mean? Like, wait a minute. Okay, like now the issue was supposed to be you're coming here, you know, you're gonna arrest this girl or whatever. But now your fat ass think you about to throw some orders at me. Now we actually have a motherfucking problem. You know what I'm saying?
Now, and the thing is I want y'all to pay attention to this because if he's treating white folks like this, just imagine how he treating black folk.
I guarantee you he's never arrested a black man a day in his life, but I bet you he knows where a whole bunch are buried at.
There it is. All right, keep on going. There it is.
that he engaged in a verbal argument with a 10-year-old, used language that was inappropriate, and escalated the situation.
Where are you? Where?
Just 3 weeks later, he was the first Lewisburg police officer to respond to a call at the Marshall County Jail involving William Jeanette, who was detoxing and refused to get into a restraint chair.
Stay down, you stupid son of a...
After Jeanette was handcuffed and on his stomach with leg restraints, he repeatedly stated he could not breathe. The video from that night showed Stallings appeared to stay on Jeanette's back. In response to a civil lawsuit, Stallings' attorney stated Mr. Jeanette's drug abuse caused him to behave erratically, dangerously, and that all force deployed was lawful and reasonable under the circumstances. Jeanette's last words were, "I'm good." Stallings responded this way.
Oh, you ain't good. You gonna lay right there for a minute.
The autopsy listed asphyxia as a contributory cause of death and stated that the manner of death was a homicide. The day after Jeanette's death, Stallings and another police officer were put on administrative leave with pay. The next week, Stallings resigned, writing, "Because of unforeseen circumstances, employment with the department is no longer possible."
To me, y'all were a blessing coming out here because it was like this happened a long time ago and nobody even paid attention to it. Like, it didn't even matter.
The Stacys say they saw obvious warning signs when Stallings dealt with their daughter. They're just glad it's finally coming to light more than a year after it happened. Stallings now works at the Mount Pleasant Police Department. The chief there called him their top applicant. Stallings' attorney said he could not comment because of a pending lawsuit. A grand jury looked into the Jeanette case but did not bring criminal charges against any of the officers. Ben Hall, News Channel 5, investigates.
So my thing is that they always say that, oh, well, you're just making this up. That's not how it goes. These kind of things don't happen. Your mic, bro.
Hello?
Yeah, now you there.
But they do happen, and that's just the whole thing about it. And they happen to white folks too.
Facts.
You know, a lot of people always try to get on us about fucking, oh, you only throw out this stuff and this stuff and that. Well, guess what? Here's your fucking example of police fucking with white folks and poor ass white folks. You know
Right.
what I mean? Because again, poor white folks is the sacrificing class.
Yep. But they
Okay.
won't, but they'll never tell you that.
Yeah.
The poor white people will never tell you that. They'll stay silent and let the rich and middle class white people say, "Well, oh, well, nobody ever talks about when white people get killed by the police, and there's more white police killings than black." I talk about every single white police killing that I come across on YouTube, and white people be ghosts. There don't be none in my comment section.
Right, because they're not. Because they don't care. It's just an excuse.
Right.
Because who's the only person on Periscope talking about the shooting the brother in the white brother up there in Utah who got shot in the hallway of the motherfucking
In the hotel when they just
hotel.
gunned him down.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was the motherfucker on there. I spent like 3 different shows on that case alone. You know what I mean? So it's like so for all the white folks out there that always want to fucking say, you always want to push a narrative. Yeah, my ass.
Is and they need to turn around and point the fingers at their media. The
Right.
white-owned media is the one that pushes the narrative, because just like we pulled up these links on YouTube and we have a 0 graphic budget, then that means that it costs no money for the white media, the mainstream media, to do the same thing, and they can actually go on site and do all kinds of stuff.
Absolutely. And Dim Soch, Jazz, check this out. You're absolutely right. We already know that. We point that out all the time. Thank you for repointing out. But the fact of the matter is, yes, if you made the populations equal from the white and the black population, black folks would be killed 3 times more often than their white counterparts. Unarmed black men would be killed 5 times more often than their white counterparts. And we have 8 times more physical encounters by police officers than white folks also. So absolutely, yeah, we say that all the time. But this time we are actually giving examples of white folks so they can't fucking say we don't do this shit. All right.
Bro, did you hear about this? This is an old article. This is from June 8th of 2018. But check this out, though. This South Dakota Republican named Michael Clark, on Monday, Clark, being presumably of sound mind and body, suggested on Facebook that maybe racial segregation wouldn't be such a bad idea. This is the state representative, dude. A businessman, he wrote, should have the opportunity to run his business the way he wants. If he wants to turn away people of color, that's his choice.
Right, totally. Yeah, okay. All right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But then they turn around and sit there and say that it's critical race theory that's causing segregation, when you literally have this idiot Republican lawmaker from South Dakota that is advocating for segregation and saying it wouldn't be such a bad idea, which, I mean, it makes sense. He would be cool with Joe Biden, you know what I mean? But like,
right.
I mean, like,
but here's the thing though. They use that as a guise. Let's just be honest, because if we did segregate, right, what they would do is they would just go back to doing the same old shit that they used to do.
Yeah.
Which is, as soon as we got, we were doing well, they would come in with their police and act like, oh, well, we're not, they would act like it's not segregated. They would fucking bomb.
All of a sudden, Me Too
Right.
and the Karen would be validated again, and somebody that nobody ever saw would have done something to a white woman, and it would be cause for the town to be burned down, but then somehow it would be their fault. That's why I said that the vital mistakes that they made when they created those communities was not lining them with dynamite. They should have lined them with dynamite and put moats full of gasoline all around it. And as soon as they saw people coming, just lit all that shit up.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. So what is this? So this is about the, what's it called? The segregation, right?
Yeah. We could take this down. You got something else that you want to put up?
I'm gonna get into some. I wanted to let everybody know that the jurors, okay, in the case of the suburban Minneapolis police officer charged with Dante Wright's death, they have ordered Tuesdays that jurors should remain anonymous for the case against the former police officers. For some odd reason.
So
Probably
basically, what that means is that they're all white.
right, basically. You know what I mean? Basically. So keep a track of this little situation because this situation is going to get very, very tricky. Okay. That's one thing real quick. Because we're on the conversation of cops, right? This woman, Kim Potter. So keep an eye out on this. This is going to be the next big case that we're going to be dealing with coming up soon.
Do you think she'll get any time?
I don't. I think they're going to let her off. And if she does any time, it's probably going to be 1 to 5 years.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. How many people saw?
Man, my dude on YouTube, Seiji Hito, he actually did a video about this.
So tell everybody about it.
Now, this is when there was a real estate agent, right? And he was at a house and the police pulled up on him and basically just arrested him because they attempted to say that he was like trespassing and like about to break and enter. And he told them that he was dealing with some real estate or dealing with some property or whatever. And, you know, they pulled the old, well, we're white and we say that you're not doing it. And just decided to arrest his ass.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
See, so Sylvia Sue says today black college students are segregating themselves, and all of this shit on the screen that we're showing, that's the reason why, for safety reasons.
Right. It's definitely a safety reason. You know what I mean? This is a really funky situation. I don't have the audio connected to this because I really wasn't planning to play no audio today. But, you know, at the end of the day, these cops pulled the I'm white and I say so, and they went off and, you know, they put these guys in handcuffs and embarrassed them and a whole bunch of other shit. Now, the thing that matters is because they said they apologized, but it doesn't fucking matter.
They always apologize. And that's what and Christianity teaches you, to accept an apology.
Right.
Accept the apology. Let someone just beat the shit out of you, burn your family alive, kill your firstborn. And if they say they're sorry, well, you know, to be Christian like, you got to accept that apology.
Right. Absolutely. And we need to stop with that. And black folks, honestly, black folks have been kind of, you know, mesmerized by that because a lot of us grew up in Christian homes, right? And so because of the Christian homes, what we did is we kind of adhere to that whole ideal, right? Of you know, gotta forgive, forget, and all that shit. It goes so far for us as it's so far that when black folks are killed by police officers and shit, the first thing that they want to do is say, well, we forgive them, we forgive them, we forgive them. Black folks need to stop doing that shit and stop forgiving.
Forgiveness is for people that can afford to forgive.
That's right.
It's a luxury. The option to forgive is a luxury.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So stop doing that shit. And we got, you know, we've already been on here for what, 2 hours already, an hour longer than we thought we was going to be on. So I just want to fucking do, since we're going to be real and we're being real about everything. Okay, black folks, I'm gonna need y'all to stop being so damn petty like these white folks, because that shit is not gonna end up well for y'all.
What is this?
All right, I'll tell you exactly. Like Boyce Walking keeps his site all black. Yeah, there are others too, right? Exactly.
But
yeah,
even Boyce Watkins, if you listen to Boyce Watkins, all Boyce Watkins said, he says, my content is for intelligent Black people. If you're neither one of those, then you're welcome to listen. If not, then you can get lost. Like, I mean, that in my opinion, like that's not segregation. Like that's basically like, okay, like, you know, everybody can listen, but my content is geared towards Black people. Like that's that's literally how the world is for Black people. Like this is a white world. We can either shut up and accept racism, or we can get killed like all of these people on TV, or we can get put, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's why it's super, super important. We do have to remember that the American police started as slave catchers.
Facts,
But
Dumbo.
again, that's why the fact of the matter is the shit that's going on in the legal system right now, where we don't ever get justice, is exactly what's supposed to fucking happen.
Yeah, the system is not broken. The system is working. The system is working perfectly fine with everything oiled to the T. Like like the system is working better than the brake system in my car right now.
Real shit.
Like they're like in the vehicle of white supremacy, there's no lights on, and all the tires have perfect pressure. You know what I'm saying? The air condition is crispy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know, so it is what it is. All right, so leaving on this, look, Black folks, y'all need to stop being so damn petty with these motherfucking white folks, because at the end of the day, you're gonna get your ass fired and shit. Not only that, but I'm gonna tell you guys this real quick. If listen, okay, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the perfect time that I say this shit, because right now workers have a little bit more power. Okay. The fact of the matter is, if you don't like the job that you work at, quit and go find another fucking job.
Or enjoy some of that COVID money.
All right. Yeah. Get some of that COVID money, motherfuckers. Do something. But okay, and now that I've gotten that out, now I want to just kind of go broad strokes. Ladies and gentlemen, let me explain something to you. Okay, you are not guaranteed a tip. A tip or gratuity is based upon your good fucking work that you do. Let me make sure y'all get this shit. I worked in the retail, and I've worked in restaurants, and I've worked as waiter. Like for the first 12 years of my life, I didn't do nothing but banquets and serving, and I made good money. Okay, I made good money because I did good work. You see what I'm saying? I didn't demand a tip. I earned tips. Okay, I want y'all to understand this shit. Tips is exactly that. Tip. It means the price of the food and the motherfucking trip cost this much money. You did it within a reasonable time, and you were courteous as you did it, so therefore you deserve a tip. That's what it is. Y'all motherfuckers is out here fucking leaving notes on people's food because you think that fucking you deserve a tip. He said, I don't work for free. No shit, motherfucker. DoorDash pays you.
Right.
You're right, you don't work for free, but it's not my job to pay you. DoorDash pay you. Uber Eats pay you, nigga. Not me. I choose to fucking give you a tip. You don't deserve a tip.
Right.
See how this works? When you go into, I think these Gen X motherfuckers, because it's primarily y'all motherfuckers talking about, well, you know, when you work for a restaurant, you only get paid but $2. Then find another job.
Right.
I didn't force you to go fucking accept the job for $2.75.
Right.
The fact of the matter is, whenever I went to go get a job at a restaurant, the very first thing I asked them is, how much is pay?
Right.
And if it wasn't at least minimum wage, I would never take the job. And I'm talking about minimum wage. So if minimum wage is $7, $7. If minimum wage was $10, $10. If minimum wage was $15, $15. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
If you choose to accept a job for under fucking that amount, that's your choice.
That's your choice. Fact.
You are not owed a tip from anyone.
Right.
This motherfucker had the audacity. You can write your wrongs below, and he left his Venmo.
Wow.
He said, I just drove my personal car to your house. That's part of the job, dumbass.
Right. Like he didn't catch that part when he was giving his license and registration information when he was signing up for Uber Eats.
Right. Like, are you serious? He had the nerve to write on the note, if you can't afford to tip, you should go pick it up yourself, he wrote in the note.
Wow. So what's going on? Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, listen, if you can't afford to motherfucking deliver food without a tip, maybe you should go find another job, Negro. The fuck is you talking about?
Right. Right.
Like, I don't understand where y'all Gen X motherfuckers think you guys automatically deserve this shit. And you don't.
No.
You know what I mean? You work. Look, and let me point out something else. Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Grubhub, motherfucking Uber Eats. The fact of the matter is that was never intended for you to do that full time.
Right. Like that's not a career.
No. Yeah, but people should get, okay, you know what? I don't push that narrative. No, absolutely not. Okay, Lynn, I strongly disagree with you. And this is coming from someone that worked 10, 15 years in industry. And I worked off of tips, 4 tips. I know you shouldn't tip. And I'm going to say this shit, even if I was working now, the fact of the matter is this: you earn tips.
So do you think this dude like has some bad service, or why do you think he didn't get a tip?
I mean, he has a shitty attitude, personally.
But for one,
I've seen a few of his videos.
But for one, when it comes to those Uber Eats and different things like that, don't they do that online?
Yeah, and they force you to fucking tip.
So is he asking for like a extra cash tip or what? Because like,
no, he's asking for tipping on the meal. But
so he
they
just didn't
like
get
to,
a tip.
yeah, but they like to give. It's for an extra. It's for a extra. Nah, he wants. And here's the thing. And the only reason I know so much is because I actually follow this guy on TikTok, because at first I thought it was kind of funny. He did kind of funny shit, right? Like he had texted one of his people that he was sending food to, right? And he said, well, I'm running a little late. And the text that he got back was, I don't care, just hurry up and bring my food.
Right.
So what he decided to do was eat their food and put it on video. You see what I'm saying? Because he got this message.
So he's basically a dickhead.
He's a dick. The dude's a dick.
Or somebody dicked him and now he ain't getting no tip and now he mad. Like,
right. You want to eat other motherfuckers' food, but yet you fucking think you deserve a tip.
Right.
You don't deserve a tip for doing the job you are paid to do. I hate to break your heart. I hate to break everybody's heart. You get paid by your boss to do the job that you accepted.
Right.
Now, if you do an exceptional job, I'm going to give you a tip. Okay? If you do a shitty job or you're average, you're probably not going to get a tip.
Right.
You know what I mean? I give tips, and again, and don't get it twisted, people. Okay, don't think I'm like this cheap dude and I don't tip. If you go to the places that I go and you ask them about me, I am the best tipper they have. When I tip well. Okay? From 100% of the total price of what I spent to 150% of what I spent. Meaning, if I go and buy a beer from you for $6, I'll tip you 10. Okay?
Right.
If I get a meal that's 35, I'm going to tip you 35. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So don't try to think I'm a cheap ass. No, I'm not cheap. I just demand you to fucking do what you're supposed to do. And average, you get a written tip. You know what I mean? You know, when you're below average, you don't get no tip from me. When you're average, I'll write down a tip. Next time, be more considerate, nice, and move a little bit faster. Or I'll give you another tip. Brush your teeth every single morning before fucking you go outside the house. Or I'll give you a different drink. Drink at least a gallon of water a day.
Right.
But if you do your job well, oh, you're getting cashed out by me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't feel compelled to tip anyone.
Yeah, tips used to be based off of performance.
Right. It still technically is.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's why it's called gratuity.
Right.
It's called a tip. Right? Why is it a tip? It's a tip on top of the amount that I paid for the service in the first place.
Right.
I feel you did an excellent job. So here's what I owe you. And here is a tip.
Right.
Because you did such a great job. You don't deserve a tip for doing what the fuck you're paid for.
Right.
You earn a tip because your attitude is good, because you bring out the food or you bring the food fast, or, you know, or even if you can't bring out the food fast, you have a great attitude. I'm so sorry, sir. We have not forgot about you. We're a little bit backed up right now in the kitchen. So if you could just, you know, work with us just a little bit here, can I get you a drink or something? So while you wait, and I'll just give you some free refills, something. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's called good service. That's why you get a tip.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't get a tip because you're taking hella long and you text them, there's a long line and I'm going to be a little late.
Right.
You are supposed to do that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so my attitude is that's why you have a lot of people out here. Like when you go to the stores, they all have shitty attitudes. I know you've been to that store, you know, once in your life where where I'm just buying something. Why do you got an attitude with me? I ain't do shit to you, motherfucker.
I didn't do nothing to you, right?
Right. And that's the whole point of because they think that they're owed tips.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not owed tips, dude. I'm sorry.
Right.
And that goes double if you work at Starbucks. You motherfuckers, you cheap bastards. Make my damn coffee and quit worrying about a damn fucking, you know what I mean, a goddamn tip. You got anything you want to say about that shit?
No, like I never heard of that dude, but I'm gonna have to check him out. Like that's crazy, man.
Yeah, I don't.
What did Business Insider? What did they have to say about him? I'm surprised they picked up on that story because that's just like, I mean, like, yeah, it's just that's like some shit. Like, come on, bro, like do better. Like, don't be all in the news for that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like, who do you think you are to order and have someone bring food to you to your door for free? For free? I paid for it.
Right. Like
I didn't. This wasn't free for me, bitch.
Right. And it wasn't free for him either because he's getting paid.
Right. You're getting paid through DoorDash. That's what. And they basically, you know, did his side, and then they kind of showed all the fucking different. You know, this was the actual letter that he was given, and he has them printed out. This is how petty this Negro is. He has them printed out, and he just writes their name and then writes his signature.
So basically, we don't even know if these people are or are not giving him tips. That he could just be taking these letters and just dropping them all over the place and be like, "Yeah, bitch, you gonna give me my tip?" Because like
Yeah,
I
give me
can
extra
see some
tips.
shit like that. Yeah, like come on, bro,
Right?
like stop.
Right, exactly. It's like, he said, if you can't afford to tip, then you should go pick it up for yourself. Who do you think you are to order food and have someone come bring it to you to your door for free? For free? I just drove my personal car to your house to deliver your food for fun? Nah, not today. You can write your wrongs behind below. And then he gets his Venmo, and then he gives it right, and then the disclaimer: the views and opinion expressed in this letter are those of the authors and not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of DoorDash. Yeah, you know why? Because the fact of the matter, Negro, you don't deserve that shit. You get paid to fucking do this already. So no, fuck out of here. This is absolutely stupid. And they put on all the replies. Technically, it wasn't for free. DoorDash paid you. You know what I mean? I never tip. I pay the service fees at DoorDash and Uber Eats. That's enough. If you don't make enough money, then go get a new job. Another person added. You know what I mean? This is the thing. This is the problem. Because you guys are trying to use these jobs. You know what I mean? It's like you take these jobs, and instead of getting a regular job, you do this 8 hours a day. Right? And then you expect some sort of specialty because of that. Bro, this is what you decided to do. You decided, you knew you had to have a car. You knew you was going to be driving around. You knew you were going to be using gas. That's what it is.
Right. I would have told that dude, I would have wrote a letter back to him and said, if you don't like how DoorDash is treating you, maybe you might want to get a real
Take it
job.
up with, right, exactly. Maybe you should take it up with DoorDash, or I don't know, go fucking get a career.
Yeah, go do that.
How about go get a fucking career instead of fucking bitching about fucking not getting a tip? I don't fucking know, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Okay. She shout out to the chat. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's just the bots. That's just
Okay.
the bots from my chat. Yeah.
Yeah. I won't come back twice if that's how you're going to be. That's real shit. If you're going to fucking play that game, yeah, I won't fucking be coming back. I would never treat a customer like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, why people would ever put up with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so this is bullshit. And I'm just going to say, and again, I don't want to pick at black folks for doing that shit, but that's a particularly petty black thing to do. Right? You know what I mean? Like that's some nigga situation.
That's not, that's in my opinion, that's just dumb.
Right. Like, you making yourself look real fucking dumb. Petty right now, bro. That's a really bad look, bro. Like, don't make other black folks seem like that, because no, bro. That's not how we are. We understand this. No. And that that's usually some white people shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Really, honestly, all the stories I've ever heard of that shit before has always been white folks. Right. You know what I mean? But I'm starting to see more and more black folks doing that shit.
It's because black people copy white people, man. It's really irritating. Like, anything, like I was looking at the dude in Detroit with the AC/DC shirt on. I'm like, why are you, like, whatever, dude? Like,
you ain't never heard no AC/DC in your whole motherfucking life, nigga. Why you got that shit on?
Yeah, which one of your parents was listening to AC/DC? Which one of your cousins listened to AC/DC? Which one of your uncles did you go to an AC/DC concert with? And not get lynched.
Right, exactly. Now, this is the second part of the story. And again, maybe the insiders being a little fucking racist here, because again, they don't ever fucking do that. But it says, y'all, I wish who orders Uber Eats or DoorDash understood what it's like to be a delivery driver. Actually, I do understand what it's like to be a delivery driver, and that's why I'm not a delivery driver.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. And he cried over this video because he got a $1 tip. Nigga,
Oh,
what the fuck?
he was crying, man. Play that shit.
He had tears over his eyes.
Oh,
like a tear going down his eyes or some shit.
Is he?
He's just. Oh, now this motherfucker want to fucking not fucking play all of a sudden. Let me see.
Yeah. Kevin, food for thought. What's up, bro? Food for thought said, "Oh, he's sweet booty." Yeah, I was just about to ask, is he moist?
Yeah, he's super moist, bro. Like, I don't know what this shit is. I don't know why it's not playing, bro. Now all of a sudden it doesn't feel like playing this shit. I apologize. It's not. It doesn't.
It's all good.
It's not. It's not playing. But basically, this
So-
motherfucker is over here. Like, I wish people would understand more about what I have to go through every single day as a delivery driver. And, when you only are willing to give me $1.19 on a $10 fucking order or $15 order, you know how hard it is for me to live my life.
Like, nigga, go to college.
Yeah, and he's just voicing over it, but basically he's crying. There's a tear going down this side of his eye. I wish people would understand how it feels, and blah blah blah.
So check this out. I just want to show this real quick, bro. Like, I just want to show something real quick. Like, this is the shit that irks the fuck out of me. That this is the kind of racism that white people don't understand. Which is
Look at him. Look at him. He's crying.
Oh, this nigga's crying. He's a lame.
So it was a $5 order, nigga. How much did you think you was gonna get? Again, he's bitching about a $5 order. He said, out of a $5 order, you only give me $1 tip, and I only get $2 from DoorDash. That's $3.
Okay,
wait, that's $3 on a $5 order.
Right. I mean, how much did he expect?
Right, bro. Like, fucking miss me, bro. Miss me with that shit. Y'all niggas is being petty at this point. Stop it.
Right.
Stop it. That's an ugly look for black folks, man. Y'all gotta stop that shit. How about just give good service and, it'll all work itself out. You know what I mean? Like, stop that shit. Go ahead, bro.
Right. No, I agree, bro. So check this out right here. This damn, you know what? You can't even see it. But there's a thumbnail on the side. Like,
okay.
And it's a documentary, looks like, and it's called The Murder of an American Nazi. And the thumbnail for it is a dude standing in front of a bunch of swastikas. All right. Now,
what is it called? Wait, what is it called?
It's called The Murder of an American Nazi. And the thumbnail picture for it on YouTube is you can see it. You see the swastika right there? See my cursor is pointing to it?
I can barely see it.
If you look next to where that pile of books is, and then you look directly over, it's right there. Like, if you follow the microphone, like where my microphone is on the screen, and you just follow your eye straight across the screen, there go the swastika right there.
Okay.
Now YouTube, white-owned CBS is allowed to make a documentary, get paid off that documentary, and use a swastika as their thumbnail, and it's fine. Like, that's just okay. But the KKK, as much as it butt hurts white people, is part of our history. And YouTube struck my video down for a picture of a burning Confederate flag and a KKK hoodie, dude. But white people can make money off of their own white racism. But when I'm talking about it in terms of historical stuff, YouTube wants to strike my video down. I'm curious how that works because other white people who were affected by that kind of thing by Nazis. I mean, how many movies and things have they made and made millions of dollars off of? And I can't even get a couple cents from YouTube off of using the KKK's image. Like, are you serious? How's that work? But see, like,
Right.
there's that Karen that was crying about critical race theory earlier. She can't understand that kind of covert racism where white people try to fake like, oh, we just don't want hate speech out there.
Right.
When you're not wanting hate speech out there, you just don't want anybody knowing about the fuck shit that y'all did. So you turn around and try to strike a black person for doing content about the KKK while you let all these other white Hollywood companies and white content creators make content about racist ass shit.
And that's real shit, bro. And they do that shit actually on TikTok too. That's why I don't really post anything on TikTok no more. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Well, we
Because if
just
you
don't
go
want the hateful imagery. No, you just
right,
don't want your grandparents' face being out there because if CBS can do it and make money off of it, I should at least be able to post content about it. Y'all did it to us.
bro, just me putting pro-black, hashtag pro-black on any of my videos on TikTok, it automatically gets censored.
Which is crazy because being pro-black is not racist. Like, that's not anti-white. Just because pro-white people are anti everybody else don't mean that pro-black people hate everybody else. That's not how we rock.
Right.
That's not how black people are. Like,
so that's what's going on. And I think at this point, and I know a lot of people say this shit, but black folks really do need to consider creating something like a YouTube that is for black folks.
yeah. And so when Sylvia Sue had asked earlier about why black people quote segregate, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reason why we segregate. Like, because if we don't like, and what white people are calling segregation is literally what they say when they say pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Like they say pull yourself up by the bootstraps, but then they turn around and look at a pro-black person and say you're racist.
Right.
How is a pro-black person racist when a pro-black person is trying to create a black family? They're trying to create black businesses. They're trying to do everything to pull themselves up by the bootstraps, but then white people turn around and say that that's segregation and racism. But you're the ones telling motherfuckers to pull yourself up by the bootstraps because you don't want motherfuckers using shit that you have. So then when niggas try to make their own shit, then it's racism because everybody, no, see, the everybody model is actually the racism. That's the status quo. See, everybody believes that black people are just supposed to do and do and do and do and do, and everybody else benefits off the shit except for black people, and black people still stay poor. But when black people actually put their interests first, it's somehow racist. But every other group of people puts their interests first, which is one of the reasons why when those kind of nonsensical talking points come up, black people need to show the power by ignoring it and continuing to just do what they're doing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not gonna. That was perfectly said, and there's no reason to add to it at all. You know what I mean? There's no reason to add to it. The thing is we go on all these sites. You know what I mean? I put fair use for using the shit that we use. He uses fair use.
Yeah.
But fair use don't apply for black folks.
Right.
Every black content creator that I know that tries to use fair use for educational and whatever reason, they're always denied fair use. That's why we can never like put things up. That's why, when you see something, you have to tell the people, oh, go look somewhere else.
Yep.
You gotta here. I'll put the link down there, but you gotta look somewhere else.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? But yet everybody else does this.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's bullshit. Good night.
All right, Sylvia, take it easy.
Everybody else uses stuff and they can play a whole damn video and they'll be like, nothing, no problems.
None whatsoever.
But we use something, it's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, anyway, that's about all I got.
Yeah, man, I think that was cool. We did we did an hour and 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? We got through that. You know what I'm saying? We'll put something together for next week.
Next week we'll be on the ball, you guys. We apologize. We started late, kind of discombobulated. You know what I mean?
It's all good though. We still did a good show.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
know what I'm
worried
saying?
about it. We still brought some shit up, and the thing is at the end of the day, anytime these Caucasoid can come here and destroy the originals of the continents, and then they claim the land as theirs, The place of the originals on the reservation is racist. They're race first. Absolutely.
America's W1.
Yeah.
America's W1 all day.
No matter what they want to fucking claim, they are always white first. Like you
Yeah.
could see it in their actions. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So abso-fucking-lutely. And I wish black folks would be a little bit more on that. But the problem is we have to fight everybody, including our own fucking kin. So it's like it's harder for us to, be able to have that kind of energy. But I wish it was a little bit more, you know. I wish
Yeah,
it was.
that's why anytime I listen to like anytime I'm on YouTube and like I listen to a white content creator or whatever, and they be talking about conspiracy theories and stuff like that, I always like in the comment section, I always leave a comment like, "Did you say thank you?"
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like they be like, "Man, what are you talking about?" Like, man, come on, man, stop it, man. Like you don't have no place to be sitting talking about no elites when they the ones that set up the privilege for you. Like all them conspiracy theories lead back to the global conspiracy theory being global white supremacy. Like,
right, that's the only true conspiracy out there, people.
Right, that is the conspiracy theory.
Right,
that is the conspiracy theory.
It's
All
not-
this Freemasonry. Yeah, George
Right.
Washington was a Freemason, and those Freemasons were white supremacists. And what
Right.
they wanted to do was set up a system of global control, which they have successfully done.
Right.
So all of those elites that y'all want to be like, oh, these elites, these elites.
It's the Illuminati.
You need to be telling them thank you, not complaining.
Right. Because they already did what the fuck they planned to do. Like
they did the work for y'all, so y'all can now just sit around and complain and act like everybody else is doing it. They did the work for you.
Right. And this is why I don't fuck with you. None of these motherfuckers have these stupid ass fucking conspiracy theories. Oh, it's the Freemasons, and the Freemasons are part of the Illuminati, and the Illuminati is fucking trying to kill babies and fucking drink their blood and blah blah blah. Fucking you, dummy.
I'll go with that shit all the way, as long as we have the understanding that those babies that we're talking about are black babies, and those babies that was done in the South. And if we want to talk about them Freemasons and all that, okay, well, we need to start with, then why are we celebrating a holiday for the main one, which is George Washington, because it's right above his memorial, Freemason.
Right.
So again, like if they want to try to sit there and say like this global elite theory and all this, okay, so then what is it that they're doing after white supremacy? Because they already set that up. So what you must be talking about is some shit after white supremacy, because the shit that you're complaining about, they set up for you. That's your succession plan. That's your trust fund, baby.
Right. That's real shit.
You know, like.
It's some real shit. Okay. But anyway, enough for conspiracy theories for the night. We got to go find the Jesuits and what they're doing to everybody. We're going to fucking come back next week and we're going to tell you all about the Jesuits and the fucking Freemasons and the Illuminati and how they're just fucking trying to take over the world. Oh, wait.
Are we going to talk about how the KKK was a part of the Freemasons? They're part of that secret society, and why KKK is 33 when you add all 3 11s together. So, like, again, we're talking about Freemasonry and conspiracy theory. Are we going to talk about the white supremacy element of that?
Mm-hmm. And yes, I actually did. Food for thought. Absolutely. He said, what about the white QAnon surf, the surf camp owner that stabbed his own kids to death? I just saw that shit.
You know how I feel. They all KKK.
Bro, and food for thought. You need to rewrite that. You better. I don't know why the fuck these niggas. Stop it with you niggas in there. Fucking the Democrats or the KKK.
All of them are. The whole thing.
All of them are. The Republicans and the Democrats.
The Republicans and the Democrats.
Bro.
Biden was best friends with a KKK member, and Marjorie Taylor Greene took a picture with one.
Come on, bro. It's both. It's both sides. Jesus. Yeah, and I know you playing, but you know what? You know how many cats is out here literally saying that shit?
But what he's right though, right here. That's what white Republicans always say.
Right.
Facts.
And that's what the black Republicans, the Blexit niggas, they say that shit.
They say the white Republicans get the Blexit dudes to say it more.
Right.
Oh, you know
And
the
then-
Democrats are the party of the KKK.
Yeah, you both are, bro. Why the fuck are we playing this game?
All y'all motherfuckers own
Like, are
slaves.
you serious?
You know?
Yeah, you're right. Like, I even had some motherfucker. I actually fucking had signed. I had went off and I was commenting on a YouTube page, right? And and it was a black dude that I was actually commenting on, right? And his thing was he wanted to say, the brother Malcolm X, told us already. He predicted this 50 years ago.
That white liberals,
Right.
motherfucker. Yeah, you forgot like the other 3 minutes and 55 seconds of that little video, dude.
Right. And I asked him, and that's what I asked him. I said, so can you like write down the rest of what Brother Malcolm X said on top of the Democrat situation? Can you write that? And this motherfucker was like, what do you expect me to do? Write down the whole speech? I can't write down the whole speech. That's how he got out of it.
Yeah, I can't write down the whole speech. Well,
Right.
thank goodness it was recorded at the University of Berkeley at California, so they had the transcripts.
Right.
Maybe we can just make a PDF file since your, little 216 characters ain't enough.
Right. And it's like, dude, do you guys like not pay attention? Listen, it's like y'all motherfuckers don't even see. It's so funny too, because even when they bring up Martin Luther King Jr., it's the same thing. You see what I'm saying?
When people start doing that stuff, I start asking them, well, do you know what like John Henry Clark or Nellie Fuller said? Like, I don't want to hear anything else about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. That's public education stuff. What did Nellie Fuller and John Henry Clark say?
Right. Yeah. Who's that?
Right.
That's what they say.
Right.
They say, wait, who's that?
Who's that? Right. Those are the people that you all try to keep in the shadows so that everybody can just be lost and retarded with your ridiculous mixed messages put in a blender that you extract from Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Like,
right. So it's just, to me, it's very, 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 very funny how people do this. But, we'll keep on exposing this shit every fucking Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Every fucking
Wednesday.
Until you guys just get so tired of it. You know what I mean? Francis Cress Wilson. Right?
Yep.
That's right. You know what I mean? If it's like, almost Wilson, fucking, Ben Yakadin, fucking, what did all these guys say? You know what I mean? What did all of them talk about? You know what I mean? And black folks want to just pick and choose when it fits their fucking, when it fits their narrative. But I say use it all at all times.
Are you looking forward to Larry Elder becoming the governor of California?
Yeah, he ain't gonna become the governor, bro.
You don't think he's gonna win? They want to get Newsom out of there pretty bad.
Yeah, he's not gonna win, bro. He's not gonna win. He's losing right now, bro.
Is he? I thought he was the front. He was the front runner. He's losing to Newsom.
He's losing to Newsom by 3 percentage points or some shit like that. He's not gonna win.
He doesn't need to win, bro. Like,
Larry Elder is one problematic Negro.
Very problematic. He used to be a lawyer, which I find interesting.
Yeah, and he was a prosecutor.
Yeah. I bet you he couldn't wait. I bet you he couldn't wait to put black people behind bars.
Yeah, which tells you a whole lot about who he is.
Yeah, exactly.
So it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's like Larry Elder is a fucking idiot. But anyway, it is what it is. All right, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's 11:30, man. We fucking been out here, man. We apologize for the short story show, but hey, we'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back
next week. We'll be back and ready to go, prepped early. You know what I mean? We'll be on time. And
make sure y'all go follow us on YouTube too. Make sure y'all go to the YouTube channel. We both got YouTube channels, and then we got a joint YouTube channel, Reality Check Virtual Radio, Blacklight Revelations Podcast. Go find that on YouTube and make sure you sub it. All right.
Absolutely, because we're gonna start putting a little bit of content on there.
Yep.
And we're gonna keep the content on ours also, but we're gonna start putting, like, if you might miss a show or something, you can always go there or
We'll
something like that. So,
we'll break out little 15-minute pieces. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Yeah.
right. So yeah, check us out, y'all.
Make sure y'all do it. Like the video, share it, all of that good stuff.
Yeah, like, double press the fucking bell, subscribe, all that shit. Whatever the fuck. I don't know how the fuck they say that shit. Like and subscribe and press the double bell 2 times, motherfucker.
2 times, bitch.
2 times, bitch. 2 times. All right. And don't forget, don't cap and put some money in my cap, nigga.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Hashtag, you know, you already know. If you guys want to
VR2.
Yeah, if you guys want to donate, please donate. Reality Check VR2, $ Reality Check VR2, Venmo at Dabbin Stuff LLC, DABNSTUFFL or LLC. All right, check that out. And what else?
I think that's it, man. I think that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to play this outro and probably we'll see. I might have to hide this live stream on YouTube. We'll see.
I ain't hiding it on mine, motherfucker. You can hide it on yours, but I ain't hiding it on mine.
We'll see. We'll
see what the fuck they do.
Yeah, they might lock it as private. Hopefully they don't, but we'll see.
And I will get the key and unlock it because I will keep on posting this motherfucker.
Facts. All right, y'all.
Stay up, stay real, stay black, stay doing your motherfucking thing, man.